Hi everybody, this is Stephen again with Cannin.com, and we're here for another technical analysis trading session. This week, jumping back into a stock that we analyzed in early 2020, who has had a lot of action lately. So let's jump over to the pricing chart and see. This week we're looking again at Zoetic. ZOE is their London listing, the London Stock Exchange LSE. They also are traded here in the United States on the OTC. That stock ticker is ZOEIF for the international fund. You can see that early summertime they were at about 8 pence. This is pence that we're looking at now. So quick lesson on how to exchange currencies here. But the pence are going up, and then all of a sudden in August, huge price movements. The stock almost up by 2.5 fold until just recently it's given back about half of that. So it's currently trading right at around 16 pence. You can see we're looking at Bollinger Bands here too. So as we entered the summer phase, there was very little stock movement. The Bollinger Bands tightened up into a really tight neck. And then it broke out, and you can see how wide this volatility is making the Bollinger Bands. We spent a lot of time up at the upper boundary, and just recently have come back to the mean. So we'll have to see what happens if it continues to bounce back up. If we look at the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence, it may look like there's a little bit of weakness, so we may not see that bounce back up. Let me just remind everybody that the MACD is the blue line, the signal is the orange line. We did have a cross here, that is a sign of weakness in September, the 1st of September. You can see it again in the bar chart when we go from positive to negative here. This axis is 0. So this would be an indication to short the stock. You can see that each day we're still climbing here in the negative territory. Once that starts to come back down, you can anticipate another cross of the MACD and the signal line. But definitely a sign of weakness according to the MACD. The stochastic, look at the ride that the stochastic has been on. Well below 20, our lower boundary, then above 80, our upper boundary, above 80 twice. It spent a lot of time above during this huge price jump. And then during this price give back, look what happened. A sign of stuff being over bought, bam, to oversold as quick as you'll see it happen. So definitely a sign of weakness now, definitely oversold territory. We're going to watch to see this come back up and make its way back across 50 towards the 80 range before we're convinced, along with the MACD bouncing across, crossing 0 again, before we're convinced that this is going to come back up. But a lot of volatility in this stock. Hopefully you were watching it. You can see the MACD crossed here August 5th. That was on the very first price. Had you entered on that cross, you could have realized all these gains. Similarly, the stochastic both crossed 20 on the August 6th. So the second signal. So you would have had back-to-back signals here on these. You would have seen the neck opening up on the Bollinger Bands, really tying to a huge opportunity here. So make sure and tie the technical analyses together. They're really powerful. Zoetic has had a huge move where a lot of other cannabis and hemp stocks are staying still. Make sure and read the fundamentals, because they've done this while they've actually pulled back some of their operations here in Colorado in the United States. But let us know if you have any questions. Please comment. Let us know what companies you want to analyze. And look for a big hemp company coming in the next week. We're going to do our next analysis on one of the biggest hemp companies out there. So have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy, keep on learning, and keep on trading.